The clothes were found 800 meters from the trail, on a vertical ridge. The pants were still buttoned, the shirt untouched. No sign of struggle, no tears, just a single baby tooth beside the garments. The medical examiner noted in the report, impossible for a 3-year-old to reach this location alone. He never explained why. On the 7th of October 1999, 3-year-old Jaryd Atadero was hiking with his father Alan and 11 members of the Pikes Peak Christian Center group on the Big South Trail in Colorado. At 10 a.m., the group departed from Padre River Resort, the Atadero family property. Jaryd was walking behind the group with his 6-year-old sister, Jocelyn. At some point, the boy vanished from sight. Immediate searches initiated by the group yielded no results. Alan Atadero called 911 around 4 p.m., triggering the largest search and rescue operation in Larimer County history, with over 200 searchers, canine teams, and air support. But authorities already had a witness, one who said something different. What seemed like a standard wilderness disappearance was actually a case without precedent. 4 years later, on the 6th of May, 2003, 2 hikers, Rob Osborne and Gareth Watts, discovered Jaryd's remains on a steep, inaccessible ridge. The clothing was perfectly arranged, without signs of wear or struggle. DNA analysis confirmed that a baby tooth and skull fragment belonged to Jaryd. The coroner's report stated the cause of death was undetermined, but noted the skull fragment showed signs of predation. The problem? The fragment was found 50 feet away from the clothing, which showed no animal damage whatsoever. What seemed like an animal attack was actually something else entirely. The search dogs had tracked Jaryd's scent 400 meters from the trail before suddenly losing it exactly halfway to where his clothes would be found 4 years later. No tracks were found beyond that point. Meanwhile, 3 witnesses from a separate hiking group reported seeing a man carrying a small child matching Jaryd's description, walking away from the trail at 11:15 a.m. 45 minutes before he was reported missing. The sketch artist's drawing based on their description matched no one in the investigation. Even more disturbing, the weather records from the 7th of October 1999 show no precipitation in the area. Yet Jaryd's shoes were found with mud consistent with recent rainfall mud that matched soil samples from 12 miles away. From the disappearance site, Alan Atadero hasn't worn a watch since the 7th of October 1999. Time became meaningless after his son's disappearance. The lead investigator, Detective Kathy Young, retired from the force 6 months after the remains were found. She still maintains a case file in her home, updated monthly with new theories. The most documented psychological impact belongs to Jocelyn, Jaryd's sister. At age 8, she began drawing detailed maps of the disappearance area, including landmarks that didn't exist. At 12, she started having recurring nightmares about a shadow man who would take children to the high place where clothes stay perfect. Now, in her 20s, she has undergone hypnotherapy 3 times, each session revealing more details about what she calls the bright thing in the sky that appeared just before her brother vanished. Medical professionals have diagnosed her with complex PTSD, but none can explain the consistency of details across therapies conducted years apart. The intact clothing on the ridge wasn't just evidence, it was the key to understanding the impossible. Forensic textile analysis revealed microscopic traces of barbited feathers and talon scratches on the fabric's exterior, but no tearing. Ornithologists confirmed these markings matched only one species, the golden eagle, capable of lifting 7 pounds, exactly Jaryd's weight. The eagle likely carried the boy, dropping him on the ridge where the clothing was somehow removed without damage. The skull fragment found 50 feet away showed predation marks consistent with eagle talons. What seemed supernatural was actually biological, yet the mystery of how the clothing was perfectly removed remains unanswered to this day. The buttoned pants, the untouched shirt, the single tooth. 4 years on an inaccessible ridge, waiting to be found. Some mysteries don't get solved, they just get explanations that raise more questions than they answer. The Jaryd Atadero case represents one of the most disturbing disappearances in modern American history, a perfect storm of inexplicable evidence, conflicting witness accounts, and a resolution that creates more questions than answers.